can stick it to my skin.
But then if you start sweating...
Oh.
I mean, I can if you want.
I don't think I'm gonna sweat.
I don't want to fuck up like your dress. Good thing your boobs are small.
That's what I was supposed to say.
Oh, do you want some water?
Please.
Do you care that I...
No. Thank you. COVID is over.
COVID's over. Yeah, and we've also... You know...
Yeah.
The first thing I wanted to do is like a recap of how we met.
Okay.
How long were we together for?
11 months. 9 months? 10 months?
You don't know? I always tell people 8.
Oh. 8.
I just remember that we broke up close to your birthday.
Like 2 weeks after.
2 weeks after.
Yeah, that was great. Thanks.
Well, your birthday was great.
Yeah.
The gift was pretty awesome.
I know.
Whenever people say like, what's the best gift you ever given somebody? I always say that gift.
Which one?
The doll.
I brought it.
Wow.
Because that's also my favorite gift.
So, Lysi is a flight attendant.
Yes.
So I made her the best gift ever and then dumped her.
But you know what?
What?
I wanted to return the favor. I gave him a haircut, and I'm sorry the beard.
And he's also black. Thank you, that's so... I didn't bring you anything. We met because my friend made a Tinder account for me.
Yes.
For a video.
Yes.
And you were the only person that I talked to from that video.
Oh, really? I didn't even know that.
And then, why did we break up?
Because you weren't really ready to be a boyfriend.
That's a really nice way of putting it. I haven't been a boyfriend since. I've been single.
Really?
For 3 years, yeah.
Jesus. I was quite surprised actually when you asked me to be on this. I was just like, I'm the ex? Like that's your ex?
You're the ex that I feel like you literally know everything about me. Like we only dated for whatever, 8, 9, 10, 11, neither of us fucking know, which is really sad. Like you know everything. Because like we dated during COVID and like there was so much shit that happened.
I have a list.
All right, you guys, it is time for a quick reading break to thank the sponsor of today's video, which is BetterHelp. This year, my goal is to be more emotionally vulnerable, and I know that that's a goal that therapy can help me work towards. Therapy can help you deal with stress management, anger management, or any other challenge you may be facing that is getting in the way of your specific goals. And that's where BetterHelp comes in. They're making therapy more accessible so it's a lot less intimidating to get started. And you can get started today by visiting our link at betterhelp.com/thatlibraryshow. BetterHelp has a network of over 30,000 therapists, so you have a wide selection available to find the one that best suits your needs. Because sometimes finding the right therapist can take a little trial and error. With BetterHelp, you can search for the right therapist without having to worry about who is in your network. BetterHelp offers a variety of ways to conduct therapy, so you can choose the method that's right for you, whether it's on a phone call, video call, or even via messaging. Just fill out the questionnaire, it helps assess your specific needs, and then you'll get matched with your therapist. In most cases, it takes 48 hours or less. The therapists are all licensed and are trained to give you helpful, unbiased advice, and signing up is easy. So join the 4 million people who have used BetterHelp to start living a healthier, happier life. Click the link in the description or go to betterhelp.com/thatlibraryshow to get 10% off your first month. Thanks again to BetterHelp for sponsoring this video. All right, now back to the interview. Because we've been broken up for 3 years. One thing that happened after we broke up that I wanted to tell you. So I started going back to my old therapist.
Okay.
And he's like, yeah, why are you here? And I'm like, oh, like me and my girlfriend broke up and I'm trying to figure my shit out. He's like, oh, who's your girlfriend? Tell me about her. Oh, her name's Lysi. She's a flight attendant. And he goes, oh, it's probably good that you guys broke up because flight attendants always cheat on their boyfriends.
Oh my God.
My therapist said that to me.
I'm really like super curious about what your perspective of the relationship was, because at the time I was so in my own head and you were also in your own head. So I don't think we even have the same story.
I think what's your understanding?
I thought at the time that you were trying to get over
my ex.
Your ex. I really thought I was just a rebound.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like trying to, I don't know, find love again because you were betrayed. And so...
Sorry, continue. I would say that's not completely accurate, but that's fairly, like that was a big reason as to why I was like, I need to get into a relationship quick. Like, we both know I shouldn't have been in a fucking relationship.
Yeah, you weren't there, and my kind of like backstory was like, oh, I was such a bitch that I was trying to be a better person and a kinder person, but I didn't know how to regulate my emotions, or so I became like extremely attuned to yours. I was like super focused on how you were feeling and trying to be the best girlfriend ever, but I kind of forgot myself in the process.
Because you would always talk about how much of a bitch you used to be, but like I never understood that.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was just like a pinnacle point in your life where things were changing, but like I would say you were more of an anxious person and not a bitch.
It was only in my head, and I wouldn't tell you, I wouldn't tell it exactly how it was. I was like, you know, overthinking it and making sure that you wouldn't get upset. I was like super careful about your feelings.
You were like walking on eggshells.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you had a lot of, like, you know, no, not performance anxiety, but...
I mean, yeah.
Oh yeah, but that's not even what I meant.
Thanks. By the way, you couldn't get a boner.
Oh my God. No, but I meant like you were such a perfectionist and you were like putting it onto me.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%.
I was just like right off the bat super insecure.
Yeah.
About not being enough.
Because I think I've always had like really fake self-confidence. So I always felt like I needed to be with somebody who was a portrayal of who I was. But then that just makes my girlfriend fucking miserable because I try to turn them into who I want to be.
Yeah.
One of my favorite moments that I remember of you that I really admired, because my mom like hates weed. My mom was like so anti-weed. I remember one time you and my mom were cooking together and you just straight up told her how you used to smoke like copious amounts of marijuana. And then I immediately like braced myself. I was like, oh fuck, like here we go, shit's about to hit the fan. But my mom was like, oh, like tell me more. And like, I was like, wow, she was just opened up about this thing that she knows this person hates. I was like, that's who I want to be. Like, I want to be able to tell people shit about me that I don't agree with anymore. I don't know what I'm trying to fucking say. It was just a great moment.
Thank you. I didn't even know that it was a big thing.
Yeah, because I never shared that kind of stuff. Because I never wanted anybody to feel like they had any emotional power over me, you know? And if I told you like, hey, this thing that you did made me feel really emotional, you might be like, oh, you know? Of course you wouldn't, but that's how I felt. One of the things I'd say the hardest part about our breakup was me like shuffling my music and then hearing
Oh no.
because it's such a banger and I would want to listen to it, but I was like, fuck, every single time it made me think of you. And Taylor Swift is just ruined for me now.
Yes, I know. That makes sense.
I wanted to ask you if you could think of one Taylor Swift song to describe our relationship, what you think it would be.
Oh my god, see, that's the kind of questions I would have loved to have a notice.
Oh, I'm sorry. But but that is not fun. You can take 5 minutes and I'll just
look at me and think. Okay.
I know what I think it is.
What?
Are you still a Swiftie?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But
what's your opinion on the Super Bowl? Yeah, me too.
I don't like billionaires. I don't like that she uses her jet so much. So.
Yeah,
I stopped. By the way, I stopped flying private because of this. Oh, that's the thing I love about you. That you use your platform. You used to use your platform. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't really.
Yeah, I know.
It's the one, the song.
That's literally what I
way.
swear to God. I would. Me and Jazz Paul would listen to that in the car and just be so.
Oh no.
Like, did you know we were gonna break up?
That night? Or just in general?
In general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just felt like I wasn't really happy, you weren't happy, and I was just waiting for you to just make the decision.
Would you have ever made the decision?
No.
No.
I don't think I would have. I wasn't like self-aware enough like of how unhappy I was because I really was trying to fix it. Now I'm glad that you did.
I still have the note you left me because that meant like so much to me because I was so fucking destroyed. And then you left a note and I think it said, "We're both good people," or something like that.
Yeah.
I remember like picking it up in my apartment and going, just sort of bawling.
Yeah.
But that meant a lot. Yeah, that meant so much to me.
Yeah.
How long after we broke up did you wait to see somebody else? You don't have to say if you don't want to. Whatever you say is not gonna hurt me, if that's what you're thinking about.
Okay. Well, I think like a week.
A week?
I was trying to
Get it out. Yeah.
But it didn't feel good.
Yeah.
And I was just like dissociated.
Like during the...
Yeah, because I was just like, oh my God, what am I doing?
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
Similar experience for me.
Yeah.
It was like I waited like 2 weeks. So.
Oh, you're so much better than I am.
But like the post-nut regret was like on Mars. It was like so much anxiety. When we were together, you had a guy friend that I met.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we had the conversation, but I definitely I remember being like, clearly this guy's into you. And then you were like, no.
I know.
We've been friends. And then like 6 months after we broke up, you texted me and said, guess who tried to...
I'm so sorry. I really owe you an apology.
No. You don't owe me anything. I'm a guy.
You're like, I know this.
Like, I know, like, I've had women that I liked that I told them I was just comfortable being friends in the hopes that one day they change their mind.
That was so obvious in hindsight, but I swear to God, when I was telling you, I was just
like, I thought you were just naive. Like, you didn't know. Were you shocked? How did you realize?
Well, yeah, I texted him all while me and Derek broke up, and it was just like, okay, we're gonna change your ideas. No, how do you say that? Just gonna...
Were you speaking French?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But changer les idées, and I don't fucking know. Anyways, we're just gonna do something else. We can think of something like how do you say that? Just...
What are you trying to say?
Like we're gonna think of something else.
How do you say it in French?
De changer les idées. On va changer les idées.
Okay, that.
And so I came over, was crying, bawling my eyes out.
With him?
With him, telling him that we broke up.
And it happened then?
Yeah.
So how did the situation...
Well...
Did you?
No, not at all. Not at all. No. He was the one that picked me up. So he had to drive me back home. It was really awkward. Because I was just like, I'm gonna bounce. We're not friends anymore.
Since that moment?
Yeah.
Wow. Good job, Derek. You're right.
Yes, you were.
Did you ever think that I cheated on you?
No.
No?
Not at all, actually.
Never crossed your mind?
No, but I don't care. Not that I don't care, but I was just like, I hate the jealousy part of a relationship. I really just didn't think that you would, because I feel like it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. When you actually like start overthinking about the other person cheating, then you put yourself in a, like you put them in a position where they feel like they might want to because they feel trapped. So no.
Wow. You're so fucking mature.
Do you think?
No, I never actually thought you cheated, but I remember one time when you were flying somewhere, I remember calling you on the phone like manic. Do you remember that? When you didn't reply to my text and I was crying. And I was like, where are you? I don't know where you are. Like, are you seeing some guy? And you were like, bro, like I was sleeping or some shit.
Oh my God, I didn't think you were panicking.
I felt so out of, like I had no control. It's one of those things where like for me, it's just like, if she cheated on me, I would be so destroyed. So let me consistently think about it all the time to stop it from happening. Mm-hmm. Whereas you have the exact opposite mindset. But I never actually ever considered the fact that you would have.
Because I was head over heels. Like I really, really loved you. So like I would have never, nah. Because I was
yeah. Like, I mean, it's hard to find better than me, honestly.
I haven't.
Have you ever thought about sleeping with one of my friends?
No.
Never even thought of what it would be like?
No, because...
Really?
I'm sorry. It was
You say I'm sorry? I'm not asking if you'd ever considered it. Have you ever thought of like, oh, I wonder what it's like? No?
No, because it was you that I wanted to, like in the friend group, you weren't like the ugly friend.
Yeah. Maybe that's more of a guy thing then.
Like ladies are, there's a lot more pretty girls than there are pretty guys.
So you're saying my friends are ugly?
No.
Like,
I have a type.
Yeah. But like, I've like seen somebody that I think is like a 6 out of 10 and I've still thought, oh, I wonder what it's like to fuck them. No?
It's not the same, because it's like I can literally get whoever, like I'm a girl. Girls can get whoever they want.
Yeah.
That's
true. Yeah.
It's more like, you're so lucky to be with me.
Wow.
That's how I.
Look at us now. What do you think is my red flag?
I think you're really self-centered. Like you're making, which is fine, you're the main character, but like you're making everything about you. I remember one time. I was crying because I wanted to, because I was dealing with anorexia and bulimia. And I was crying and I wanted to throw up. And you ended up being upset that I wasn't loving myself the way you loved me. And you were mad at me because you didn't like that.
My actual thought process at the time was like this. I don't even want to say it. I think it's too fucked up.
No.
What she's doing to herself is giving me anxiety. So I need to do everything in my power to make her stop. So I'm gonna be mad because maybe that'll make her stop. But it was all, like you said, selfish. It wasn't coming from a place of like, I want Lysi to love herself. It was, I'm anxious.
Yeah, but I'm sure it's been 3 years, like you grew. Hopefully.
What's your red flag?
Shouldn't you answer?
Yeah. That's the, oh yeah. I'm
You're like,
gonna think of a good one. When we first started dating, I heard a lot of red flags. Like you used to talk about like how you used to smoke weed like all day, every day. You like told me all these terrible things that made me super scared, but like they never came up.
I really wanted to get the heavy stuff out of the way. I remember our first date. I was just like, I did this.
And I was like, what the fuck am I getting myself into? But they were never there.
So I have no red flag, is what I'm hearing.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like I would say like you were highly anxious.
Yeah. Some
Some people could say that's a red flag. These days, I know that I really can't be with somebody who is highly anxious. Because I'm up here, and if someone else is up here, that's like Mount Everest. Yeah. I need somebody to like, I feel bad saying, what's your red flag? Oh, you had anxiety.
That's such an asshole.
I know.
That's just a self-centered answer, because you're just like, I cannot be with someone else that has anxiety. You're such a fucking...
Okay, let's move on. We're gonna play a little game now.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna ask a question, and we're both gonna write down our answer and reveal it at the same time.
Oh,
So, rate the other person's sexual ability on a scale of 1 to 10. If you want to erase it.
thank you.
Okay. Oh no.
Like,
Oh no.
I'm sorry. It was not your best performance.
Wow. It's actually a 6.
I feel like you didn't desire me. Like I felt like really ugly.
Wow. Question. Open to... Do you think it's fair to blame me for that?
Yes.
Yeah? Why?
Because I really blurt that out. Yes, it's fair. Because you didn't want to have sex with me. It's like, so it's not me.
When a dude initially meets a girl, he's so excited to fuck.
Yeah.
Wants to fuck all the time. But then once the girl falls in love, they want to fuck all the time. So I think it's like I was here, you were here, and then it like went like that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. That's fine.
Well.
But I'm surprised.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't.
Well, you were like, I mean, you were just open to whatever I wanted to try, my kinks. Had your feet in my mouth all the time. It was great.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's move the fuck on. What was the best and worst thing about me in bed?
Best thing was I really don't know.
Okay, just say the worst thing.
The worst thing is that you were upset when I was telling you that I like wanted like you to eat me out a certain way, like a different way. I was pushing your head. I remember one time.
Oh, really?
And you were just once again it made you feel
Insecure. Best was you were just, again, like, the best thing about you was like the openness and willingness to I like it's hard to say without giving you like a specific example, but like I don't want to say that I was like, hey, can I eat your ass? And you're like, yeah, let me hop in the shower.
But that's okay. I mean,
yeah. Worst?
The worst.
The worst was like, you're like, if I come, you come.
Oh yeah, oh that's the worst? Oh my God.
It's not the worst, it's just like, again, there's no way for me to say this without sounding like a misogynist.
Hint, hint.
But it was just like, it was like I signed a contract.
Okay.
You know?
I get it.
You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like, I totally agree. I mean, clearly not, but it was like, you did, now I do.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I was just like.
How many people have you hooked up with since we broke up?
3.
You're supposed to write it.
Oh, sorry. Wait, let me do it.
Now it's so hard for me to write my answer knowing your answer.
Okay.
By hooked up, I mean not like sex.
Oh, kissed?
Yeah, like a hookup.
Okay. You're like this. Just keep writing a paragraph. 20.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Like such an.
Oh no.
I always think it's gonna be a lot better than it is.
Yeah.
And my thing isn't, okay, I have this person that I'm kind of seeing. Let's try to figure it out. It's, there's something wrong with them. Let me try with somebody else.
Yeah.
And then just like boom, 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 boom.
That's something to heal.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
what are you looking for?
Nothing. Yes or no?
Okay.
Have you masturbated thinking of the other person since we broke up?
Oh my God. And I was just like, why am I writing in caps?
Really? To the 6 out of 10?
It's not, it's because I really...
Oh, emotionally.
Yeah.
That's so sad.
No, but I was hoping you would get better. Like, the relationship was great, and then I was just like, you were such in your own head.
Yeah.
It wasn't about us not working, it was about us figuring out.
So you like emotionally masturbated to me?
No, I literally did it.
You weren't thinking like, oh my God, Derek's so good.
I was I was still thinking about us having sex, yeah.
But you turned me into what you wish I was.
Like, you're... Your higher version.
I wasn't ready. When was the last time we saw each other?
It was. I don't even remember. I feel like I texted.
Do either of us give a shit about this?